Welcome to the BurbNBougie News Recap. We have a variety of news stories today. Please jump into the comment section and let me know which one stands out to you the most, which one resonates with you the most. Like, comment, share. This rise of gray divorce that we have been talking about is becoming a thing. Meryl Streep and her husband, Don Gummer, have been separated for 6 years. So they have not even been living together, just like another couple whose name stays in social media. A lot of women, a lot of older women especially, are tired for whatever reason. Meryl Streep and her husband, Don Gummer, have been living apart in recent years. The news was confirmed by Representative for Streep in a statement to People on Saturday. Don Gummer and Meryl Streep have been separated for more than 6 years. And while they will always care for each other, they have chosen lives apart, said Representative for Streep. CNN has reached out to the actor's publicist for comment. The three-time Oscar winner and Gummer, a sculptor, first married in 1978, last month marked their 45th wedding anniversary. Streep and Gummer were photographed at numerous events together over the years, but largely kept their personal lives out of the press. There's no roadmap on how to raise a family. It's always enormous negotiation, she told Vogue in 2002. I have a holistic need to work and to have a huge ties of love in my life. I can't imagine eschewing one for another. And so that was back in 2002. It's obviously fast forward 20 years later, so people do change. And as the needs of your children change, then things in your relationship will change. It does not sound like there is any indication of what played a role in causing this prolonged separation. But they are not yet divorced. And yeah, like I said, this trend of graying divorce is coming to it's becoming normal. And I don't know what it is, but it looks like women are saying, get someone else to do it. You guys go ahead, jump in the comments and let me know what you think about this. I want to remind us all that girls and women globally are not free to make our own decisions. Some other countries have morality police who really keeps a lock on women and girls. This situation in Iran speaks to that. Iranian teenager Amida Garavand is brain dead after alleged assault by police over hijab. 16-year-old girl who fell into a coma after she was reportedly beaten by government agents in Iran for not wearing a headscarf on the subway is now brain dead. So Iranian state media reported Sunday the second woman, even though she is a 16-year-old girl, in as many years to die after claims that she did not wear a hijab in public as required by the country's strict Islamic dress code. Amida Garavand was hospitalized almost a month after an apparent encounter with Iran's so-called morality police on October 1st that witnesses said led to her beating on a train in the nation's capital. But authorities have insisted she fainted and said her death was due to a pre-existing medical condition. The activist group Hinga said Garavand was instead suffered a severe physical assault by government agents in Tehran, and state media outlets have since said it's unlikely that she recovered. And so if they are so righteous in being able to assault women, why are they doing a campaign to sanitize their behavior? If they were appointed by God and they're the morality police, why not just lean into it? A couple identified as Garavand's parents said in a video released by state-run news agency IRNA said their daughter experienced a drop in blood pressure, fainted, and hit her head. Okay. Human rights groups have said it is not uncommon for such statements to be made under duress. Obviously. CCTV footage shows Garavand entering a train with her hair uncovered and being carried off moments later while unconscious by passengers who lay her down on the platform. But no footage from inside the train has been released, despite the Associated Press reporting that most trains in Tehran have multiple security cameras. Garavand's case has drawn so much attention on social media in comparison to that of Mahsa Amini, a 22-year-old Iranian woman who died in police custody in September 2022 after her arrest for improperly wearing her hijab. Iranian police said she had a heart attack Okay. At the police station and was in a coma when she was taken to the hospital, but her family and local media say she was severely beaten. Protests led by locals erupted across Iran, where women tore off their hijabs, cut their hair, and rallied around the slogan "Women, Life, Freedom." Women globally are just trying to own their own bodies, but the men in charge are like, no, no, we own you. We decide what you do. As many as 280 people died during the protests after police used tear gas and bullets to disperse these gatherings. 10 years. That's how many years in jail women in Iran can face for inappropriate dress after a new law was passed by the country's parliament last month. The hijab bill was passed almost 1 year to the day of Amini's death and sets out several rules to punish women who do not wear the hijab properly and men who wear revealing clothing. Please show me where men have actually been prosecuted under this, because I am sure it's just the women who are being policed. Here is the teenager who lost her life for wearing her hair out. This has to be super embarrassing for this police chief. Nashville's police chief's son is suspect in shooting of two officers outside a store. John C. Drake, 38, is estranged son of Metro Police Chief. Officers treated in hospital after incident in city of Laverne. This is the son. Apparently, he has a criminal history, which is a juxtaposition to his daddy, who is a police chief. Authorities in Tennessee were searching on Sunday for the estranged son of Nashville's police chief as the suspect in the shooting of two police officers outside a Dollar General store. Officers in Laverne, a city about 20 miles southeast of Nashville, were investigating a stolen vehicle outside the store on Saturday afternoon when they struggled with the suspect, who pulled a hand pew-pew and pew-pewed them, said local police chief Christopher Meows. Investigators identified the suspect as John C. Drake Jr., 38, who is the son of Nashville's Metropolitan Police Department Chief John Drake. One of the officers was hit in the groin and the right forearm, while the other was hit in the rear left shoulder. Both were taken to Nashville's Vanderbilt University Medical Center. One of the officers was released from the hospital Saturday night. The other officer was kept overnight for observation and was in stable condition, said Ann Smith, a spokesperson for the city of Laverne. Their identities have not been released. The police chief issued a statement on Saturday confirming his son was the suspect. Drake said they were estranged, and over many years he had only minimal contact with his son. The younger Drake is a convicted felon who resorted to years of criminal activity. He now needs to be found and held accountable for his actions today. I hope that anyone who sees him or has information about him will contact law enforcement immediately. Tennessee's Bureau of Investigation said in a social media post that a statewide alert had been issued for Drake, who was wanted on 2 counts of attempted first-degree unaliving. Smith said about a dozen law enforcement agencies were involved in the search. After the shooting, the Laverne police issued a shelter-in-place order for the residents in the city. The shelter order was later lifted while the search for Drake continued. So go ahead and let me know what you think about this. Jump in the comments, like, comment, share. I'm glad that people are being held accountable for their social media shenanigans a little bit better. Now, this woman, Iowa woman who made fake cancer claims on social media, must pay restitution but stays out of prison. So she has to pay back the money. She has to pay a fine, but we are still not taking it that step further and giving her jail time. So once these people start getting jail time, then it will be a little bit more balanced, because what she did was theft. Let's be for real. An Iowa woman who falsely claimed to have cancer and documented her battle on social media will stay out of prison after a judge gave her probation and a suspended sentence. Like I said, I wish they would just take it one step further and give them jail time. Madison Russo, 20, never had pancreatic cancer, leukemia, nor the football-sized tumor wrapped around her spine, she claimed in postings on TikTok, GoFundMe, Facebook, and LinkedIn. But over 400 people sent her donations. That is definitely theft. As part of her 10-year suspended sentence handed down on Friday, she was ordered to pay $39,000 in restitution and and a $1,300 fine. If she stays out of trouble for 3 years of probation, she'll stay free. The Bedford woman pleaded guilty in June to first-degree theft. If a woman who looked like me stole $39,000, would I be in jail or would I be on probation? I'm just wondering. In court on Friday, Judge John Tillene declined a defense request that would have wiped the conviction off her record if she completes probation successfully. He said people who deal with her in the future should know that she once engaged in a criminal scheme and that serious crimes must have serious consequences. So at least her record will not be expunged. Through this scheme, you deceived your friends, your family, your community, other cancer victims, charities, and strangers who are motivated by your supposedly tragic story to donate to help support you. Russo told the court she made up her story because she hoped her fake cancer battle would force her troubled family to focus on her. So she was being entitled and selfish, basically. And she created a whole scheme around needing attention. Anyways, you guys go ahead, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about this one. Like, comment, share.